Hello, welcome to the Inglewood Public Library Virtual Storytime. My name is Pamela Greene. I'm one of the children's librarians at the library, and I welcome you today to our program. I'm going to sing a flannel board song, we're going to have a story, and end up with another flannel board at the end, okay? So I knew you were coming, so I baked a cake. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I baked a cake. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And so I wanted to add some other sweet things, but not too much sugar. So I knew you were coming, so I picked a banana, picked a banana, picked a banana. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked a banana. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked a pineapple, picked a pineapple, picked a pineapple. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked a pineapple. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked some grapes, picked some grapes, picked some grapes. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked some grapes. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked an apple, picked an apple, picked an apple. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked an apple. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked a peach, picked a peach, picked a peach. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked a peach. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked a mango, picked a mango, picked a mango. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked a mango. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked a pear, picked a pear, picked a pear. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked a pear. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And I knew you were coming, so I picked some watermelon, picked some watermelon, picked some watermelon. Yes, I knew you were coming, so I picked the watermelon. How'd you do? How'd you do? How'd you do? And that's a great how'd you do to welcome you to story time. You could add all kinds of other fruits. You could add vegetables. You could add other foods. It could be a gigantic flannel board. Um, so today we are going to, wait, I have to get ready. I'm going to read a story. And if you look around your screen, you might see somebody else wearing a hat just like mine. I don't know if you can see him. There he is, right there. That is a character named Epossumondas. And this is an old folk tale that has been written down. It's called Epossumondas. It was written down by Colleen Sally, even though people have been telling this story for many, many years. And then it was illustrated by Janet Stevens. You see her hat? You see my hat? And then Epossumondas looks just like he does right here. He's got his diaper on, and then he has a hat which he will wear in the story. So because I want you to see the pictures, I'm going to read the story to you, but only with you looking at the pictures. And then I'll be back at the end to do another flannel board. Okay? Epossumondas, written by Colleen Sally, illustrated by Janet Stevens, and published by Harcourt Incorporated. Epossumondas was his mama's and his auntie's sweet little patootie. They just loved him to death. Epossumondas used to go see his auntie most every day, and she nearly always gave him something to take home with him. One day she gave him a piece of rich gold cake. Epossumondas took it in his hand, scrunched his hand up tight, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Alligator, and Alligator said, "What you got there, Epossumondas?" "Cake," he replied. Don't look much like cake to me," said Alligator. When Epossumondas got home, his mama looked at that fistful of crumbs and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hand?" "Cake, Mama. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry cake. The way to carry cake is to put the cake on your head, put a hat on your head, and come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mamma." By and by, on another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a pound of freshly churned butter to take home with him. Epossumondas put it on his head, put a hat on his head, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Raccoon, and Raccoon asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Butter," he replied. "Oh, don't look much like butter to me," said Raccoon. When Epossumondas got home, his mamma looked at him, and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in that hat?" "Butter, Mamma. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry butter. The way to carry butter is to wrap it up in some leaves and carry it down to the brook, and you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and you cool it in the water, and then you take it up carefully in your hands and come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mamma." By and by, on another day, when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a sweet little puppy dog to take home with him. So Epossumondas wrapped it up in some leaves and carried it down to the brook. And he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and he cooled it in the water, and then he took it up carefully in his hands and went along home. On his way home, he passed Nutria, and Nutria asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "A puppy," he replied. Don't look much like a puppy to me," said Nutria. When Epossumondas got home, his mamma looked at that poor little bedraggled puppy, and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have in your hands?" "A puppy, Mamma. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. That's no way to carry a puppy. The way to carry a puppy is to put the puppy on the ground, tie a piece of string around the puppy's neck, and then take the piece of string and come along home. Do you hear me, Epossumondas?" "Yes, Mamma." Well, by and by, on another day when Epossumondas was visiting his auntie, this time she gave him a freshly baked loaf of bread to take with him. Epossumondas put the bread on the ground, tied a piece of string around it, took the other end of the string, and went along home. On his way home, he passed Armadillo, and Armadillo asked, "What you got, Epossumondas?" "Bread," he replied. Don't look much like bread to me," said Armadillo. When Epossumondas got home, his mamma looked at the thing on the end of the string, and she said, "Epossumondas, what do you have on the end of that string?" "Bread, Mamma. Auntie gave it to me." "Oh, Epossumondas, Epossumondas, you don't have the sense you were born with. Now, I'm not telling you any more ways of bringing truck home, and I don't want you to go seeing your auntie either. I'll go see her myself." And Epossumondas' mamma got her basket, but before she left, she said, "Epossumondas, do you see those 6 pies cooling there on the porch?" "Yes, Mamma." "Well, Epossumondas, you be careful about stepping on those pies." And then Mamma went off to see Auntie. And then Epossumondas was careful about stepping on those pies. He stepped right in the middle of every one. And that's the story of Epossumondas. If you look on the back, it says, "That Epossumondas, what will he bring home next?" Well, there are 3 other books in this series. The next one is called "Why Epossumondas Has No Hair on His Tail." You ever notice that? Opossums have naked tails? Well, this is the folk tale that tells the story of that. Why Epossumondas has no hair on his tail. And it's written again by Colleen Sally, and it's illustrated by Janet Stevens. They also did another book in this series called Epossumondas Saves the Day. It looks like they're getting ready for a party there. And the fourth book is called Epossumondas Plays Possum. And I hope that you will look for these books in your library or either online as well and enjoy them. Okay, we're going to do another song right now. And this one is a folk song called Fiddle-I-Fee. Okay, and it starts with this cat, and there's a little dish because I'm feeding my cat. And the song goes like this. I had a cat, and the cat pleased me. I fed my cat by yonder tree. Cat goes fiddle-I-fee. So you have to do that when you sing it. You have to go fiddle-I-fee. So kind of roll your eyes and move your head kind of cuckoo. Okay? Let's do it again. I had a cat, and the cat pleased me. I fed my cat by yonder tree. Cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these. It is a chicken. It's a girl chicken. You know what we call girl chicken? We call a boy chicken a rooster. A girl chicken is called a hen. I had a hen, and the hen pleased me. I fed my hen by yonder tree. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these. What is that? That's a duck. I had a duck, and the duck pleased me. I fed my duck by yonder tree. Duck goes quack, 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 quack. You have to move your arms. Quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these. I'm just going to move the camera just a little bit so I can fit everything on. I had one of these. You know what that is? That is a goose. I had a goose, and the goose pleased me. I fed my goose by yonder tree. Goose goes swishy, swashy, duck goes quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these. What is that? That's a sheep, and it's lying down. So we're going to sing, I had a sheep, and the sheep pleased me. I fed my sheep by yonder tree. Sheep goes ba, 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 ba. Goose goes swishy, swashy. Duck goes quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these. What's that? That's a pig. I had a pig, and the pig pleased me. I fed my pig by yonder tree. Pig goes oink, 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 oink. Sheep goes ba, 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 ba. Goose goes swishy, swashy. Duck goes quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these. What's that? It's a cow. And do you see there's two horns on his head? I had a cow, and the cow pleased me. I fed my cow by yonder tree. Cow goes moo, moo. Pig goes oink, 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 oink. Sheep goes ba, 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 ba. Goose goes swishy, swashy. Duck goes quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Then I had one of these, a horse. And we're going to put the horse right here. I had a horse, and the horse pleased me. I fed my horse by yonder tree. Horse goes neigh, neigh. Cow goes moo, moo. Sheep goes, or pig goes oink, 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 oink. Sheep goes ba, 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 ba. Goose goes swishy, swashy. Duck goes quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chimmy chuck, cat goes fiddle-I-fee. I had one more animal. It's a dog. I had a dog, and the dog pleased me. I fed my dog by yonder tree. Dog goes horse goes neigh, neigh. Cow goes moo, moo. Pig goes oink, 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 oink. Sheep goes ba, 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 ba. Goose goes swishy, swashy. Duck goes quack, 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 quack. Hen goes chinny chuck, chinny chuck. Cat goes fiddle-I-fee. Whew, that's a lot of animals there that we fed. Let's count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 animals. So if we have 9 and we take away 2 of them, how many are left? Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, take away 2, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, take away 1, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, take away 1, how many are left? 1, 2, 3. So as you see, when I'm counting them, I'm going from left to right. And that's an early literacy skill that we try to teach so that when children get ready to read, they're used to looking at things from left to right, okay? And also pointing to things. Pointing to words in a story helps children learn and connect that there's a word that can be read. And that's 1, 2, 3 minus 1. How many are left? 2. 1, 2. 2, take away 1. How many are left? 1. 1, take away 1. How many are left? 0. And that's the song Fiddle-I-Fee. And I hope you will join us again for another story time. We've got story time for toddlers, story time for preschoolers, and our family story times. In addition, this summer, we're having our summer reading program that's for all ages, for pre-readers on up to adults. And we also have a storytelling and magic series going on this summer that you can catch every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Okay, so thank you so much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.